let's talk about another person that Kenyans feel very closely and strongly about, Obama. And this story that the grave is getting a facelift of his father in Siaya. 1 million shillings, Siaya County government will spend that amount to restore, maintain and care for the Barrack Obama gravesite. What do you guys think? Adhiambo?
You know, the Luo culture as it is, you know, you do know by now that Luos revere death, by the way. And depending on your...
That is something that will make Sophia very uncomfortable.
Yes, by the way, Luos revere death, and especially if your standing in the community is as big as it is now. Even if you had died, you know, when he died, we didn't know his son someday would become the president of the United States. Now that he is, that tomb, wherever it is that he's lying, has got to be, you know, in our culture.
Well, he became president 2008. Why is now? Because it's coming.
You know, yes, because
so
it's coming. It's
window dressing.
You know, it's how do we say this culturally?
He has not to agree with you.
No. He knows this.
By the way, culturally, because he has no tea to sip. He's just there pretending like you're...
Let me tell you, it's very revered. And the tomb, what they need to do is just to make the final resting place of his father just as important as his son. It's almost like he has made you proud even in death. We're not afraid of dead people. You do know that when a big person dies in Luoland, there's a lot of viewing that goes around. There's a lot of things that go around. So then it's just one of those cultural things that will have to happen. So in fact, even 1 million shillings, that's really little. I think they actually need to make it look
a billion.
Good as it, yes.
Yes. I was about to say something that would have been very controversial. But hey, 1 million shillings to get this facelift happening for this gravesite. And of course, it's all ahead of the President Obama's visit. He might not even end up going there. And this is taxpayers' money that's been used to do this.
First of all, facelift on a grave, why? I don't get it. This guy's been dead for so long. No,
so when Obama comes, he's not embarrassed.
Embarrassed? How? Why are you going to be embarrassed by a grave? You've been president for God knows how long. You've been holding a job for a long time. Why wouldn't you do that for your father's grave when it was important to you when he died? I don't get it. So he saves face. Okay, I come from a Muslim background and we don't have tombstones and blah blah blah. You're buried after 3 days. Maneno kusha. It's all very simple. No coffins, nothing. So this aspect is, I'm just thinking why? Like it's all just window dressing for me. It's, you would say PR. It's
not just really PR. Now you're looking like an Egyptian goddess today. Now then let's go back to, let's go back to Egyptian culture just a little bit. And if you can relate that to Egyptian culture, then you would know why when a king died, then there were several other people who died with them. Now, equate that to now the father of the biggest, you know, one of the most strongest men in the world today. Now that would explain why they're doing that.
That is retrogressive. This is when a king dies. This is the dead father of the current president. He didn't die when Obama was president.
I think it's the same. It's the same way as I see every time I'm driving from the airport. They are trying to clear the roads and plant trees for Obama so that he thinks Kenya is beautiful with plantations. The same way, if he were to go to Siaya, they pour tarmac on the road. More used to do that all the time. So I think it's just a good gesture. Like, okay, look, his dad died. We don't want him to see this area quite dilapidated, so we are going to put on some sort of a facelift. So it's in the same spirit as kumwaga tambarao.
Oshin, what if you look at it this way? When you have the special super guests coming to your house, is business as usual in your house, or do you go a step further to ensure that, you know, this?
Well, with my mom's business.
Huh?
I don't have kids. Anyway.
Your mom?
No, well, my mom, business as usual is that step further. My mom is always on point, like she's waiting for the queen to come to the house at any moment. That's the way she is, but it's not like, oh my God, Adhiambo is coming. There's this cup she gave me a long time ago that got broken. Let me start super gluing it and stuff so I can put tea in it for her. Knowing Adhiambo doesn't, she's lactose intolerant, she's not gonna drink my tea.
Like that doesn't make sense. Like a cup she gave me that is old. Why would you have it in a house when you're giving her an old cup?
I mean,
you know.
All right, before we go for break, clearly we shall wait to see if when Obama comes, if he will make the trip down to Kogelo and
probably even has before.
Huh?
He probably has done that like in secret. Maybe they.
No, Obama. No,
Obama would not do that.
Lupita is the one who's come severally,
yeah.
and I've told Sophia.
You know,
this guy.